Hi everybody. Since posting a few pictures on social media of flower arrangements made in these little chaps, I've been inundated with questions from Instagram, from Facebook and Twitter, from people curious to know what they are, how you use them and how to get hold of them. So these things, traditionally here in the UK, we've called them pin holders. They're derived from Japanese flower arrangement from ikebana, where they're known as kenzan, or a spiky frog. And I'm not sure why the word frog is always used in flower arranging terms, but a kenzan or a pin holder, it's a weighty, quite a heavy object where we've got these steel pins that are fixed, are sort of punctuated into this really rather weighty steel base. So as an object itself, it's quite a heavy item. And as you can see there, it's sort of just a structure that's just surrounded by pins, and it's a great thing for holding floral stems into position. We're all trying to work more environmentally friendly and use floral foam or no floral foam if we elect to do so. So things like twiggy structures, chicken wire arranged into moss, arranged into sand, all absolutely brilliant. But investing in a pin holder, again, is another great thing. So for all those people who have asked me questions about how you work into a pin holder, I thought I'd just give you a quick tutorial here. So I want to place this pin holder down into a container. Now, if I'm doing a smaller style of design, I could really just let it sit on there. Sometimes if you want to do a bigger arrangement, then you need to actually firmly attach the pin holder to the pot that you're working into. So the product that we use to do this is this almost plastic tape type of material that is sort of like a tape, but we break it down into smaller units. So a bit like a sticky adhesive. And I prefer to just put a few little blobs of this. So just roll the plastic fix here into little sections. I'm going to put about 5 little balls of this onto the base of the pin holder. And to do this, you need to make sure the pin holder's dry and also the base of the container is dry. So you can see there, I've just popped those little bobbles, those 5 little bobbles. If I stand out of the way, you can see it better, just onto the base there. And then what I'm going to do is just place that into the center of my container and give it a really good secure press down. So I'm pressing it and exerting quite a bit of force while I'm doing that. Obviously you can't sort of just push onto the pins themselves, otherwise you're going to end up with a painful injury, because these are quite sharp objects. So do take care when working with them, because it is like a bed of needles or a bed of nails, like something from the medieval torture period, isn't it? But I've stuck that down, and if I hold that up now, you can see that is just firmly just stuck into the base of there, and I can invert it and it's not going to drop out. The good thing is, when I want to pull that off, if I twist it firmly and pull, it will come away. So once it's in a container, don't feel that it's going to stay in that container forever. You can use it again and again. In fact, you can use it for the rest of your life, because a pin holder will last you for a lifetime. So the tape here, this fantastic fix, is the thing that we use to facilitate twisting it down. Then when you've done it, you can place some flowers into it and make an arrangement. So I'm going to pop some sweet into here and just do a really quick display with a little bit of foliage. So I'll just grab a few components of foliage that I'm going to place into here and a few flowers. So just a really quick little arrangement using the kenzan. So a beginner leaf. So what I'm doing is just cutting that leaf and then impaling it just directly onto the pins there. So another one towards the front. So you can see the foliage. Can you see it just angles in there? So I've just pushed those stems down to the pin holder, and they're really resilient and receptive to holding things into position. So a few more leaves, a little hellebore here. So this is just a really sort of quick little arrangement I'm showing you on what you can do with a pin holder and how functional it is to enabling us to arrange flowers and get them to angle into position and stay into position. And sometimes with one of these, you know, you don't have to put masses of flowers into there. That's just foliage, and now I think just the foliage on its own can look absolutely brilliant. But we'll work a few more bits into here. I've got some Pittosporum, a few little sections of Pittosporum Tom Thumb. So you may be thinking, well, what's he doing? How's he getting to hold? Well, what I'm doing is I've cleared any lower leaves from the stem and then just pushing those in. So they're pushing into the pin. So as I'm pushing down there, I can feel the stems locking in between the little pins. So that's how they adhere. So that angles them down there. And then it would just be the same for adding some flowers into here. And I want to use some British grown Sweet Williams. We're in our Sweet Williams season at the minute. And fantastic, very traditional British bloom, the Sweet Williams. So easy to get hold of and just perfect for summertime. I love them. So some Lincolnshire grown Sweet Williams, just taking away those lower leaves there and putting the stem down. With a Sweet William, it's Dianthus family, so always cut in between the leaf joint. So never on a knobbly bit. If you just run your finger down there, you can feel where the knobbly nodes are, and cut in between a node, because otherwise it blocks up their process to consume, to drink up the water. So we'll just take a few more leaves off there. So however you choose to use a pin holder, it will facilitate any form of an arrangement, be it a little posy style arrangement, as I'm doing very quickly here for you, or if you want to do a taller, more linear, limited line design with some big lilies or some alliums, it would work in exactly the same way. They're great for popping into glass containers because you can sort of disguise the rather sort of functional utilitarian nature of the pin holder by putting some decorative stones, some gravel, some glass nuggets around there, or you can just wrap a couple of big leaves around the base of the pin holder so you don't see it. So really ideal for pottery containers, plastic containers, glass containers, anything of that nature, where you want to do a more sort of formal shape of flower arrangement and get the stems to angle and anchor where you want them to go. So just a really quick little arrangement there using a pin holder, just showing you how easy it is and how quick it is, how it angles and holds all those flowers securely in place wherever you want them to be. And I have been asked by quite a number of people, I don't know how to get a pin holder, you know, normally florists and garden centres possibly will be selling pin holders, but I've been and had a little rummage around in my store sheds, and I have got a few pin holders, and they're these brilliant 7 centimetre pin holders into the weighted bases, so absolutely fantastic things. So if anybody wants to get a pin holder, I have got a limited number of pin holders and also the fix there. So if you want to make one of these arrangements, if you go to my website, you can see the pin holder and the pot tape, and the fix, the pot fix there to anchor the pin holder down. And very limited selection, so it will be first come, first served. But for pin holder tape, including postage, anywhere in the UK that is, I'm going to do a great price for you of £20. So if you want to order, go to my website, www.jonathan-moseley, and pick up a pin holder, pick up some tape, and make an arrangement and enjoy doing some flowers for yourself at home. Hope you've enjoyed this very quick little how-to and a bit of practical advice about using a pin holder.